Howdy, everybody.
Finally.
I'm the brandt.
I'm Larry.
We are coming to you late again, which is not our MO, but have we had some crazy weeks and some crazy mix-ups. So this time it was some technical snafus and needing our streaming laptop, which was in a completely different town. So we are late by an hour, so if you're not catching us live, I totally understand, but hopefully you're watching this afterward. We are ready to play the once and future Kang.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this is, I consider myself a little bit of a Marvel geek, prior to all the, the MCU fans out there. I read the comics and whatnot, and Kang never was one that really showed up on my radar in general. Like, there's nothing, like, you say Kang and I go, Kang. But from a game mechanic standpoint, this is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is the next, that he's tougher than Ultron. That's my hope. Or at least in Ultron's wheelhouse, so to speak. I mean, I feel like he's going to be, but, we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, not to downplay the villains in Rise of Red Skull, but they didn't feel like they were trying to make villains that were Ultron, expert, goblin, mutagen. That level of difficulty has been the hardest we've seen. Wrecking Crew with like the expert mode is a lot of damage to do, but you can get control there. That one's tricky, so hopefully we'll get a good challenge. From what I hear, this one's a really good challenge, so we're just going to jump in on standard and see what we can do.
And we separate. We have different game areas to play, and you have to beat, even though this is an expert, for those of you that haven't kind of read up on Kang, you still have to beat level 1, level 2, and level 3. So, an expert where you start on 2 and go to 3, and there used to be some challenges where we would say, we'll start on 1 and go all the way to 3. This one you have to. That's whether it's standard, whether it's expert, you play all 3 Kangs.
Right.
And there are different versions of Kang for expert mode now. So it's interesting. Maybe in the future there'll be a heroic hero, a heroic villain cards.
That would be interesting.
I mean, they did it for expert. You never know.
Or with Kang, maybe in the past.
Yeah. Or in the future.
Maybe we've already played it.
Yeah, we just don't remember.
Nice. All right, let's go down to the table and see what decks we're playing and kind of talk through the beginning of Kang here. So away we go, everybody.
Awesome.
Take us down to the table.
I've already shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle more while you talk.
So I'm going with some T'Challa, some Black Panther, and I'm going to play Leadership. So I'm playing kind of the rapid response deck and a lot of high-cost allies. I kind of shuffled through this deck this afternoon, and I ended up putting Lockjaw in because there are times when this deck, when you draw 6 resources and you no cards to play. So suddenly it's like, if I have Lockjaw, I always have a card to play.
Yep.
So that's kind of the idea with putting Lockjaw in more than the necessity of Lockjaw, like in some decks that have low thwart. Right. It's not a necessity, it's a, what's a card I can always play even if I draw resources? So,
interesting. Yeah,
I'm just going to kind of work through that. Lots of get-readies and bigger allies. With the toughness that Kang has, I'm wondering if I should have put Black Knight in. But I really wanted to play off of the allies that have when revealed effects. Is that what they are? Or when entering play?
Yeah.
Whichever it is. So, I've got a stack of allies here. Goliath, War Machine I'm trying out, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Squirrel Girl, which is going to be my toughness removal card, Falcon, Heimdall, Mockingbird, Shuri. So they all have effects when they come into play.
If you get your full kit, you do that 1 damage to start.
Oh, right.
Which will pop toughness on him before doing the other one. And then I have Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. So I have my gauntlets for toughness. Though when you're in your own universe, I can't help you. You're on your own.
Well, interesting with this deck is I don't tend to put his stuff out. I tend to bypass and put the allies out in the second time through, try to get those set up. So I'm not trying to play Wakanda Forevers in the beginning. For sure. Maybe I try to put some of his kit out because still just the claws for 4 damage is really good.
I would think. Well, and I'll tell you what.
Daggers or something what I want
from
instead.
Looking through this though, the thwart one might be huge because, well, let's go to the table and show them the first scheme you lose if you don't stop it.
All right, so yeah, Kang's got 4 different phases here, or main schemes. I don't even remember what we call these. In terms of that, the third one is like we shuffle and deal a random one to people. So, so we included Kang here. You need all 3, so you have to defeat him 3 times. Which I just realized what you were saying. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But you're saying because normally you only defeat a villain twice.
Right.
Makes
you gotta
sense.
defeat him 3 times.
Right, and he's got 12 health to begin, so that's 24, same as a regular one. So we set aside Kang's Dominion, which is over here. We set aside the other versions of Kang, which we have here. And we remove our obligation cards from the game, so those are not in the deck. And then we shuffle the encounter deck, which we did. Then we're going to deal each player an encounter card.
Yep, starting on heroic.
That's right. And yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. And he has a toughness. He has 24 health. When Kang attacks, we either place a threat on the main scheme, or he gets +2 attack for that attack.
Brutal.
And when we defeat him, we advance to the next stage.
But if we lose, but if this gets to 14,
we lose immediately.
we lose the game.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't go to the next thing with a penalty. You just lose the game on phase 1
immediately. Gotcha. So
yeah, this is
it's like a rhino thing.
right.
Yeah,
but then
take
if
him
you
down.
get past it, so here's the trick. Depending on where he is for life, we could let that get to 12 and not worry about it if we could just kill him before that pops.
Right, and then that'll just remove everything.
Right, and then you just go on to phase it. So it's really, they did a lot of cool stuff with this guy.
The other thing I actually meant to note was I'm not playing Captain Marvel, which is what I promised last week. Because
those of you out there see what I deal with my friend to my left.
Because I've been playing Captain Marvel Justice speedrun deck, which I just posted on the channel today. So I beat the entire campaign in 15 turns with Captain Marvel Justice. I'm completely tired of playing Captain Marvel. So.
Yeah, I mean, you and I talked that she would be a good one to do this speed with. I'm also curious to see, which I haven't done this speed yet. I might try She-Hulk on the speed to see if she can.
And Hulk crushed it because there's just nothing to stop Hulk. So it's just full damage, stuns and draw cards off of it and, get him up. And then you get, partway through, you get the +1 attack. So now he's 4 attack, which kills all guards and everything, like just with a crushing blow or whatever. It's huge. So anyway, we're playing Kang. So it's Kang the Conqueror. What are you? Are you protection?
I am Iron Man.
Right, you're Iron Man protection. Oh,
Yes,
you're
I
Iron
am.
Man neutral?
No, I'm Iron Man protection.
Well, you got the green
I got to be
bullet,
honest, I
so-
don't love it.
Okay.
It works, but I don't love it. We'll see.
All right. Well, my deck works and I love it.
Oh, well,
So
hey.
I'll be the breadwinner here. All right.
Though I will say I smoked Kang pretty good with Iron Man 2-player earlier, so we will see.
All right. So let's draw.
3
right?
repulsor blasts in a turn is pretty good. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
4.
So I've got my tactical. Look, I got my Golden City right off the bat, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, but you don't play that till round 2, I thought. Second time through.
Golden City, yeah. So you're saying that the thwart might be really key. So maybe that's the one to keep. I don't think I need Goliath with all that damage right off the bat.
What's he at for life? We could flip him turn 1 if you want. You want to just get crazy? Can you do a little bit of damage?
I could. I mean, I can use this to put out a rapid response, but I could put out Goliath instead, I guess.
Well, I drew 2 repulsor blasts in my opening.
Gotcha.
hand. I've always talked about.
You're gonna do 24 damage turn 1?
Well, I mean, this is literally 20. If you could do a little bit. I mean, this deck is stacked with lightning
So the
bolts.
issue is going to be, though, if you do that, right, you're going to have 1 card draw
Right, and then I
when you
flip
go
back
into
down.
your own zone.
Oh, that's right. That's when we go into our own zone.
So that doesn't sound like
Yeah,
a good
so maybe
plan.
that's not a good. Maybe we saved that.
I'm just trying to figure out if I want to save this rapid response, which is kind of silly to have on the board. I mean, I like Goliath for damage, but I basically want him later in the game. Do I want rapid response this early? It's tough to pass it up, even though
Yeah,
it's
I
put
got
on
a
the board.
supersonic punch. Oh, this is way too early for some of this stuff.
Look at if I had held Goliath, I had enough to just play him, though. So, all right. So that's what we got. Then my setup is to search for a Black Panther card. Boy, I might end up pitching it. So I wonder if I don't want the claws. The daggers would deal the 1 damage for toughness, which is the nice part. But I think, like I said, I think I'm just going to use stuff to play things. I'm not going to.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm not going to do all that fancy schmanciness, so go with that. All right. So I am going to. Boy, I'd like to play Mockingbird. I don't really need this rapid response, but that wastes these cards. But I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to use this in the daggers to play Golden City. Trigger Golden City to draw 2 more cards. I got a Get Ready and an Ancestral Knowledge. Those aren't super useful to me. So now it's a matter of putting down Mockingbird or Tactical Genius. Were we supposed to start with any threat here?
Nope.
No. Okay.
See, the other thing, though, is we could flip them. And if we flipped them, here's the interesting part. You don't lose the game in phase 2 if the scheme goes up in my own realm.
Yep.
It actually kicks me out, and I can go help you. And all it means is we get one of these Kang's Dominions in play for the 3rd phase.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I can't help you flip him. I have minimal damage I can deal. But I can stun him. And then I can remove his tough. I just don't have the damage output that you might have.
Yeah.
And then I can deal 2 damage to him. So I could do 2 if you want to do 22 damage to him.
We shall see. My turn?
Yes.
I'm going to do a futurist action. Stark Tower, Power Protection, and another double energy. Wow. I guess I'll take the double. I guess I'll use a double to play my arc reactor. I will flip. I'm going to Repulsor Blast.
Okay.
Oh, bad draw 5.
He's at 17.
I'm going to Repulsor Blast again.
I'm doing it.
Usually by the time I do this, my Iron
7.
Man cards are out.
He's at 10.
And I'm going to pop him for 2.
He's at 8. Well, you did get pretty close. So maybe had I Goliath, it would have been closer. For sure. All right, so we ready up. You're getting 2 cards. Hey, you got Nick.
I'll be flipping down on my turn.
Maybe if you draw a double when you flip, you can play Nick.
Exactly.
All right. I will draw back up. I get 5 cards. Hey, I drew Nick, and I have enough to play him.
I'm halfway through my deck in 1 turn.
All right. So he's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. Then he's going to go to attack me. He's stunned. He's going to go to attack you. Do you need me to block with Mockingbird?
I do.
Okay.
Because then you could let him get +2 attack and not add any scheme.
All right. So I'll let him get +2 attack Mockingbird, and it just adds 2. So she is dead, and then I could trigger rapid response.
To re-stun him?
Put her back out. And stun him again.
Which does not carry over to his next form, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Because they are all different versions of Kang.
So is it irrelevant? Should I not put her back out?
I would not put her back out if we're going to kill.
How are we not going to do 8 damage?
I'm only doing 2.
I mean, I've got Nick. Plus me is 2. So, I mean, I could save it for when Nick comes out.
Yeah. I think
All right,
that's a better
not
call.
stunning him. Now it's going to be like attack, because we have these cards. Going to be the tricky part. All right, and then we each get a card?
Oh, that's right. Actually, you probably should have stunned him. That's a good call.
Okay.
I forgot about this because there could be a gang up or whatever in here. Let's see if it made the difference.
All right, so I've got macro bots, which have guard and retaliate. And then I've got stolen memories. Place the top 8 cards of your deck face down under this.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He's brutal.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I have to discard. So this is an obligation.
Yeah.
So I have to discard a mental resource as an alter ego action, and then these cards get discarded.
Hey, assault.
Rampage.
So that stun worked out to be good.
And that just has 4 on it?
Yep.
Okay. And then he attacks and
And
stunned. Perfect. And pass to you.
Okay.
I'm so used to tracking the turns, and it doesn't matter. In my speed run, I
So-
had to track all the turns.
So here's what's interesting. I could defeat this and get a minion out. Do we care about having a minion out right now? Probably not.
I don't think so.
So I'll double to pop this. We go till we get a minion. This, by the way, Garden Retire. This, by the way, is the one that stinks. So I'm glad we did not get that.
Depowered. Can't play hero-specific cards.
Then I'll Futurist. Use a double to play my energy barrier. And I'll leave Nick in my hand so I can play him after you play him.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Sure. Interesting for me is if I drop Nick and just deal damage, I could just kill that. But then I'd play Wakanda for nothing. So if I draw, I'd be able to hit with both Nick and Black Panther.
Right.
And then, so that probably makes more sense. So I'll play Nick and draw 3 cards. And then I will attack with Nick and myself. So Nick will take 2 because of the retaliate. I don't take any because I kill them. So I guess I'll flip down. Because the question here is going to be, am I playing Avengers Tower? Am I just putting Shuri?
You do not want to flip down, my friend.
I do not want to flip down?
Yes, I am already down.
But I get to draw more cards.
We lose.
But what if I play Falcon?
Well, then you're good.
Yeah. So I'm going to flip down and use Golden City to draw 2 more cards. This deck has resources and card draw. So true to my... Although if I put the Avengers Tower out first, right? Then I can tap that. Can I use it? I can still make something cheaper, but since they don't have Avenger, I just can't have additional, right?
Right.
So then, if I toss these 3, I can play Falcon. When Falcon comes into play, I look at the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Treachery, Treachery, Obligation. For each Treachery, remove 1 threat. So I'll clear that. And then I guess I'll attack for 3. Oh, I didn't think of your guard. But I don't think there's much I could do. I could put 2 on it with Falcon.
Attack for 3 on him is fine.
Okay.
Because if that starts to get out of hand, we can kill him.
Okay. I got a lot in play already. This deck is working. All right. Draw back up. I get 6 cards. This is going to be a crazy next turn. Look at that. I drew Maria Hill. I'm going to have to... Oh, Nick will go away. Oh, I won't be able to block. I didn't think of that. Oh, well. Got a lot of card draw, so... All right, he's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme.
3.
He's gonna,
no, never mind. I got rid of that card.
He's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. Then he's going to scheme against you.
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious. For 4.
+1 here, 5.
+1. Then he's going to scheme against me for... Oh, +1. Oh, I didn't even think to get rid of that. Did Shuri have that symbol? No. Okay. I didn't even think to get rid of that.
Shuri does, though. Isn't Shuri...
No, she's not mental. She's a punch.
Oh, I thought she was green. I thought she was wild.
Yeah. So then this one is, it gains +1 for each obligation. So it's going to be a 2. So he schemes for 3 more. So that goes to 10. Boy, you weren't joking. So then you're getting this one, and I'm getting this one. Yours is an obligation.
Discard the highest cost card you control, then place it face down under this card.
This one? Or that one? How do you get rid of it? With just a lightning bolt? And then you discard it?
Yeah,
So I guess that's better.
I don't want to lose this.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
That's brutal. No, he's...
And then you have to remember what it is? All right, and I've got an Ancient Warrior, which has Quick Strike, so it won't attack me. And Nick is gone.
Nick is gone.
Pass to me. All right, I will Golden City
I will
for 2.
Futurist on your turn.
I heard you call for an action, so that's fine.
Yes.
I will play Maria Hill, so you can draw a card.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, so then I'm trying to figure out. I mean, how do I... 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got the damage. I could take him out. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to keep setting up? Like, should I play Avengers Mansion and just...
Can you kill this? Because then I can pop him and I won't go into the zone with this guy bothering me, you know what I mean?
Sure. So I guess, because I've got too many here, right? And nobody's going to die. I mean, the easiest way for me is to play the claws and then Wakanda forever, right? Because then I won't take the retaliate.
Right.
So if I put the claws out, probably get rid of these two for claws. And then, yeah. Then I can flip. And I can play Wakanda Forever to deal 4 damage to that.
Thank you.
And then I can use Avengers Tower. You don't have an Avenger, right?
Nope.
Oh, I can't play Squirrel Girl, can I?
Why?
I've got 3 allies out.
Well, you can go with the allies and then just get rid of Maria, right?
So I'll get rid of 2 here. Does that make sense? Or we're just going to kill him?
No, just do
Just
4.
do 2 damage here.
Yeah, and then 2 damage to him, so he's at 3.
2 damage to him, so he's at 3.
And then you could play Squirrel Girl and get him down to... You can get him down to 1.
Can you do 1 damage?
Yeah.
I could just play Endurance and leave Squirrel Girl out. Right? Which is better?
I don't think you need Endurance, but
Yeah.
if you want to leave Maria
So
Hill
I'll
out,
play Squirrel Girl and get rid of Maria Hill.
Yeah, it does 1 more damage to Kang.
Takes 1. Then I can swing at him for 2 and flip him.
Flip him.
Are we ready for that?
Well, now's as good of time as any, right?
Okay.
It's crazy.
Does it happen mid your turn? Is that what's going to go on here? All right, place 1 acceleration token for each side scheme in play, so we don't have any. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this. Darn it.
You keep forgetting.
I knew I had one more thing to do.
Let's
And
keep
that's
in
what
your
I could have
deck
done
nice
with
and
her,
thin.
too. Yeah, that's true. All right, then discard each side scheme. Each player reveals a random stage 3 and remove the rest. All righty, sir.
But then that 2 needs to stay.
Oh, the 2 needs to stay.
The other 2, flip it over, because this is what tells us what to do when we do it. This is what confused me before. Yep.
Okay. So we're going to have our own play areas now, sir.
Yes, sir.
Stop
See, and this is what I
encroaching.
was saying. We could actually not defeat Kang level 2 and just let these pop off. We just go in with negatives in the final stage.
All right, I'm taking this one. You're taking this one.
The present, future war.
I've got Inexorable Fate. Well, that sounds good.
I need Kang Scarlet Centurion.
Here you go, sir.
Oh, 0 scheme, huh?
And I need Kang. Who do I need? Where does it tell you? Here? Iron Lad. Here, Iron Lad? All right, so this comes into play in my zone with 1 on it. And do you need another dial? Do we need separate dials? Because mine has 18 health and
So
a
does
toughness.
mine.
Can you distinguish that from your own?
Yeah, I haven't taken any damage yet, so I'm good.
And I can keep going, right?
Yes.
So I could take the toughness off him with Squirrel Girl and kind of read up as to what I'm doing while you take your turn.
Yep.
Don't be coming into my play area. Look at that, I'm such an idiot. This is going to be rough.
I'll play Nick.
So these get to 9. Okay. Oh, deal yourself an encounter card. Did you get an encounter card?
Oh, is mine
Deal yourself an encounter card.
Yay. All right, so I play.
Hey, Matt, good to see you. Sorry if we're a little late there.
Double resource.
And late saying hi to you. This is Kang. Once in Future Kang. We're playing on Standard. We got a little bit of a late start, so we're probably just going to play Standard here. We just flipped into Phase 2, Stage 2, so now we each go into our own play zone here. So Larry's got Iron Man protection over there. I've got Black Panther leadership over here. I'm fighting the Iron Lad. After the stage is completed, put a Kang's Dominion. Combine. I see what you're saying. So if this goes off, we just end up getting something with 6 threat that we have to remove. Huh, yep. Interesting. Oh, he has Retaliate, so Squirrel Girl is dead. Well, that stinks.
Which meant Maria Hill was dead, so that you didn't have to worry about.
I had to get rid of Maria Hill to put Squirrel Girl into play.
But you didn't really, because if he had Retaliate, Maria Hill would have been dead anyways. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't attack him with Maria Hill.
Oh, you attacked the first Kang.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, this guy has a toughness.
That's you over there.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to ping it off with the gauntlet. Oh, that's a hero action.
Your deck's a little low there.
No.
If you want to pull things up, but if you can't, it's fine. Yeah, we can actually see all the way up to here, so if you need more space up here. I have to remember not to lean over. I lean like this and then get my head right in the mix.
And Nick Fury out. There we go. So now what I'm struggling with is I'm getting a third card.
Gotcha.
So I'm debating not going and staying on this side.
So your 3 cards are not too bad. You have Nick to protect you, and that's it?
And that's it.
Gotcha. Oh, because he attacks for 3 with piercing?
Yep.
Gotcha. So he doesn't scheme.
Exactly, which is why I'm thinking I just stay here.
That makes sense.
So I think Nick will ping his tough off.
You didn't do that? Oh, because you didn't
Because
flip.
it's a hero action, right? I'm thinking I want to stay.
Okay.
And I'll draw 2 plus more, which means I get another card.
Draw 4. I got my Lockjaw, which I don't really want to see in my hand.
What do I want?
Shuffle through. Oh my gosh, I still got those 8 cards. I gotta get those back. I guess to your point, it thins my deck. It's just, did I want?
You
those
don't know
cards
what's
thinned?
out, right? Like, because it says face down, so you can't look at it.
Right.
That's
Which
the
is great.
interesting piece there.
I seem to have resources in Nick Fury, so hey. I tried War Machine. It's got ranged against the Retaliate, so that's nice. And he's got a toughness to take damage. I got Wakanda's, so.
All right. Here goes nothing.
My first?
Well, I think we can both.
All right.
Like, this goes to 3.
That's 1. He's going to attack me, so Mockingbird will block. I assume we draw from the same deck.
Yeah.
So it's 2, and a bunch, so she's dead. And then I'm resolving my cards.
I don't know if you resolve your card yet, or does this go?
Yeah.
Like, does he do his piece yet? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say you go ahead and get attacked or schemed against.
Okay, so he schemes for 0 plus 1 is 1. And then I get a card. Our cards don't affect each other, right, at this point because we are in different zones.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a complete separate game area. So if you have something that says all players, I assume it's not all players.
Yeah, I'm just worrying about this order, like you said, but I assume it's goes against the first person, goes against the second person, and counter cards and counter cards.
Yeah.
I don't know that it matters too much. Corrupted Time Stream. Well, that sounds great. Players cannot trigger alter ego actions. Okay.
That doesn't affect me.
Each player must either discard 1 random card or place 2 threat here. Interesting. I can kind of get rid of the threat. Although I don't know that a random card is that bad.
Well, your alter ego action doesn't really matter.
I can't do this, and I can't do this, correct?
Oh, that too. Yes, very good call.
So it's like if I get rid of a random card, if I lose Lockjaw, who cares? If I
Actually,
lose,
who cares about any of that stuff?
Yeah, it's not too bad. So I better keep this at 2 because then I could just get rid of it with Falcon, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Random card. I still got 2 after this as well. Boom, Wakanda forever. All right. He advances, so he's going to add 1 plus 0. That's both advances. So that's at 3. And then he's going to attack me again, which I think I can just take. 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'm down to 7. All right.
I get a Chitauri Soldier.
Oh, dang.
I get a Time Portal. Which has... So do you think this is 2 or 4?
Oh, gosh. I think it's 2.
Makes sense to be 2, because I'm technically solo right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then attached to Kang, tech. Fortunately, when Kang is attacked, discard prevent all damage from this attack and deal 1 damage to the attacker. Okay. So he's got a little thing on him. And then Nick Fury's gone. And then I'm first player now?
Yeah. Ooh, it is a good question. I'm sure it's answered in here and I'm just missing it. So we're just going to play it that way. We're playing on standard anyway, so it's like,
I think it
make
makes
it a little easier.
sense. I'm a futurist.
It could make sense either way. Like, are you now in your own play area, so there's 1 player, or is it in the game? Oh, we got this shield.
Yep, we do. Fun is.
Oh, I guess you could just ping him.
God, so many questions here. So many questions. What do I want to do?
Once and future Kang. Yeah, it is interesting. So we could just like flip down and let it go, right? And then I join your area and help you. If we just beat one of them, we deal with one of the dominions. So it's an interesting strategy. Yeah, that retaliate is gonna take me down fast.
Sorry, I'm just thinking here. 2, 4. Definitely want you. Get a helmet on him. Med team. And armor.
I have this tower, but it doesn't exist in your area.
I'm good.
All right. I mean, I could play War Machine, who I wanted to take a block.
This is ridiculous. I'm just going to stay on Tony Stark's side for now.
So I guess I'll play this War Machine. Put Lockjaw in the discard pile. He comes in with a toughness. I almost want him to take a block. I'll use Falcon to get rid of this. You staying on Tony Stark again?
Yep. I think I'm going to let this pop.
No scheme.
Yep.
That gets rid of Falcon. Then I got to decide here because if I flip, I could actually go put Lockjaw into play, and I could heal. I don't know how beneficial that is. Or I could use this to get rid of this, which is probably a good idea. I could heal or I could get rid of 2 threat on there, but he's just going to add 2 plus a flip, right? How bad could it be? Although I'd only healed to 11, maybe it doesn't matter, so maybe I'll get rid of 2 on here. That way if you come into my zone, we can work on taking him down so we don't lose both of them, right? Then I'll flip down And I'll spend.
I don't know. I feel like you
Draw
just
2
lose both of
cards.
them, and all you got to do is do a little extra thwarting on the last stage,
Right.
you know? And then you could save your damage against these guys.
Lose this to get rid of this, and then these cards go in the discard pile. 2 double resource cards. Maybe wasn't the worst in terms of that. And then I could attack twice with War Machine. The nice part there is he deals damage and he doesn't get retaliated. So I could deal 4 to him. I could put Shuri out and fish for a card.
Yeah, we're getting to that point where you might want the rest of your kit out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal for these to pop, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're really big into that.
Yeah, I mean, I might be wrong, but, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because
It's
you just
literally,
put 6 threat out, and
he
we just
can't
get rid
take
of 12
damage,
threat.
but you got to just get rid of the threat.
Right. Well, you're also Iron Man, so you're like, oh, 4 threat in 1 turn, right? It's nothing. So I'll get this suit, and then I mean, I'm not going to attack here, so I'll just remove 1.
Well, if I go aerial, it's 2 from each, so I'll literally do 6 threat removal just with Iron Man.
And I guess I'll attack him twice, and we could decide where we want to be. So the first one will get rid of my tough, and the second one will give me a thing, but I don't take retaliate damage, so
Yep.
works pretty well. All right, and I'll hold my suit. Oh, I've got my Avengers Mansion. Could be in business. All right, am I first player?
I was. You just never gave me the token.
I'd like to give you that token.
So this gains 1 on it.
Yep.
And then yours.
Mine gains 1.
And he schemes for 0 plus 3
Yikes.
is 8. And then he schemes for 1 is 9. That pops.
So this is out of play, and you're in my zone now?
At the end of the phase.
You're in my world now. Does this stay with you, I assume?
Yep.
Comes over, and you get a Kang's Dominion in play? Is
Not
it?
in play. It's just with the Kang level 3 when it
Oh,
comes
okay.
out.
Oh, where is he?
Or it's with the scheme. It's with one of them. When
Yeah, let's put it with the scheme.
reveal Kang 3. Reveal each face down Kang Dominion under this stage. So yeah, it goes under this stage.
Got a mess right here. Okay.
That might have been the wrong thing, but we will see.
All right, then he's going to scheme against me for 1 plus a tough status card. And then we each get encounter cards. You get 2.
Yes, because we're not together yet.
Yep.
I would get 2 anyways because I'm the first player. Shadows of the Past.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And an Ancient Warrior. That is awesome. Shadows of the Past.
Oh goodness gracious, I can't reach this
So
here.
here's Whiplash, comes out in front of me.
Yeah, but we got to shuffle your cards in the deck, right?
Yep.
I have no idea where Tony Stark is. I'm looking. Hulk. What are there now? Like 13 heroes I have to dig through? Hawkeye. Who's this one? Oh, that's him. All right. Here you go.
All right, I put Whiplash out.
This is in play. This
I
gets
guess
shuffled
I'll just
in.
Keep it all the same.
What do you got for us now? So we're saying 4 on that, right? Because you're not in my
'Cause
zone
I'm not
yet.
in your zone till the end of the.
All right. And then I've got a pinned down. What is it? Place 2 threat here for each obligation. And I don't have any. All right. Pass to me. And now you're with me.
Now I'm with you.
Okay. And
Can
you
I
brought
call
all
for-
this crap with you?
Can I call for an action?
Yeah. I'll draw 2 cards. So we got Goliath. I can drop a Goliath pretty easily. I got Squirrel Girl to get rid of toughness. That's actually pretty good. Could do that. My suit. Darn it, I never want to put my suit out. Let's see. I want to put Avengers Mansion out, but I think it's too late, huh? So let's drop Squirrel Girl. She come out for 1, but I have a power of leadership, so there's no reason to do that. So Tough is gone. They've all got a damage on them.
That's nice.
And then I have more allies, so I could have her deal a damage here, although it's pretty irrelevant.
Could have her deal a damage here.
Yeah.
Now she's dead.
Oh,
Isn't
so
that
you
what you're
have
trying?
retaliate?
Yeah, isn't that what you're trying to do, kill her? So you can play another ally.
I guess so. So
I
she's
assume
out.
that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I guess I should put my suit out. And then I can play Goliath.
He's
Do I
got
need to
two-
heal? Probably not.
No, just go to your alter ego side, right?
No, I'm going to go to my hero side.
Oh.
I think that's what you might mean. What do we need to get rid of? This one?
That one.
So I'll thwart that for 2. I'm just trying to clean up your mess.
When this game is defeated, shuffle it into the encounter deck instead of
Oh,
discarding
man.
it.
All right, so I could pay 1 less for Goliath. You don't have any allies?
I do not.
So I don't know what I hold here. I guess I'll hold the mansion even though I just don't really need it.
What does knowledge do for you?
I could have shuffled cards back into my deck, but whatever. I didn't have resources for it, so. All right, so Goliath will come out. He could thwart for 2, or he could deal 5 damage and go away.
What is he going to deal damage to? I would save his damage for the last phase, right?
So I could get rid of. We live with that at this point.
Yeah, because that'll just make that pop at this point, right?
So we'll go here, get rid of this. Because dealing 1 damage doesn't seem so good. Then War Machine can hit for 2 here because he doesn't take the retaliate.
Why is he hitting there? Let's get rid of Whiplash.
Oh,
right?
okay, he can get rid of Whiplash.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, man. I think so.
And I guess Shuri gets rid of this guy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All right.
I'm bullying Brandt into not killing Kang and seeing if this strategy works.
Oh, is that what you want to do? Gotcha.
All right, I'm going to spend a double and an endurance.
So we're on phase 3.
for
We
Pepper
split.
Potts.
Larry let his trigger. I'm not
Pepper
letting mine
Potts
trigger.
for
I want to
energy
defeat Kang
barrier.
Ironlad.
2 for a Stark Tower.
I'm hoping he puts his repulsor blast and does 13 damage at once. So yeah, we split into 2 zones. Now we're back together. Larry let Kang have dominion over him. So we'll have to deal with that, which the dominion cards are you just can't deal damage to Kang at all, which is a great, nice, simple way. Although they kind of use that trick on Red Skull. So a little weird on that front, but
How much does he have on him?
damage?
Yeah.
He has 14 health left.
I think I'll stay on Tony Stark's side.
So he thwarts. You didn't even flip?
No, I don't think I need to. These go here. Yeah, I don't think I need to.
You gonna heal me?
Do you need to be healed?
I'm at 7.
Well, whose fault is that? Go ahead, take 2.
Or you could heal one of the. You could heal War Machine.
Well, what's better for you, War Machine?
I
or
think
you?
War Machine's better.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I keep this Avengers Mansion. I don't think I do. I think it's just too late in the game. Now you know I'm gonna draw all resources. No. Hey, look, I could put my daggers down, and then I could Wakanda forever. All right, so here we go. All right. So he's going, I was first player,
Yeah.
so he's going to put 1 on here, and then 2 on there, so this is going to go to 4. Then he's going to attack me
Yep.
For 2, I'll block with Shuri. 3. And then he's going to attack you.
No, he's going to scheme against me.
For 1, 2, 3. So that only goes to 7.
And then 1 from him.
Ha! And then cards.
You know what? This is when it's awesome to get, what's that new term? Insight.
Oh, yeah. Right on the card.
Insight right there. We shall see.
All right. Oh, look I got depowered. I can't play hero-specific cards.
And I got manipulated time stream. When revealed, discard each event from your hand. Event. Oh my God, each event. 4 cards out of my hand.
Oh my gosh. Oof. Man.
And now I'm first player?
Yeah, what is play? So playing a card is putting it in play. So I could spend hero-specific cards, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what I take because I'm just going to spend it with Pepper with this to put my armor out. All right. I feel built and ready to kill him on next when it goes to stage 3.
How are you going to get rid of threat with all your cards?
Yeah, I mean he's going to double thwart and I have the reactor.
So you're not flipping?
I think it's dangerous to flip, don't you?
Okay.
Should I flip?
Yeah, I mean I don't know what to do on my turn. I guess just build and survive.
Well, I was thinking you flip down.
Right.
And we let that pop, and then we go fresh into
And
a
just
turn.
let them sit.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, if one of them can get rid of this, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because then he's out. And if one of them can get rid of this, because there's a negative for side schemes. So if you can get rid of this and this, that would be awesome. And then build.
All right. So I'll get rid of this and this.
I really like this. Brandt's listening to me tonight. That never happens.
And I'll get rid of this.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
Then I will flip down.
We'll see if this piss
I'll
poor
get rid of
strategy pays
Wakanda
off.
forever so I can play hero-specific cards.
Ah, nice.
Then I will draw 2 cards. Then I will play the daggers. And I will play make the call.
Get ready. I mean, rapid response so that you can make the call for a Nick for next turn, or
Yeah,
no?
that makes sense.
And save make
And I
the
can
call
make
for
the call
Nick.
for Nick from either of our decks. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, because I can't use Avengers Tower on make the call. Look at this. This is chaos. All right. So then, how does this all happen mid-stream here? Look, I'm going to go right through my deck again. Draw a card. All right, so I guess I shouldn't have dealt all this damage. I should have just stayed on my alter ego and drawn cards and let us lose. So now I'm just hoping we can get rid of 6 threat twice reasonably well. But I mean, I can here, so it should be fine. Okay, so yeah, so you're first. He adds 1, and that finishes? The stage is completed if you lose, huh? So place 1 set aside King Dominion at the end of the phase, remove in this stage from the game and combine your game area with another game.
Right.
So what does this say? When an acceleration token be placed on another scheme, place it here instead. Okay, players cannot join this game area unless there are no other games.
Right. So we're gonna finish this one.
So he's
here.
gonna attack us and everything.
Yeah, he's gonna do everything here, which
Okay.
is meaningless at this point.
Oh, because he's gonna thwart against me, so we just have to draw a card against you. So it's
Yeah.
1 plus 3 is 4, and then he's gonna thwart against me for 1 plus 1 is 2, and then we're gonna get cards.
Yep. Game the system.
Okay. So there's just a whole bunch of threat here. I don't know if there's something that deals damage per threat. Did you die?
No, it's Choose to either deal 1 damage to your hero for each upgrade you control. I don't have a hero. It doesn't say character.
Yeah.
So I'll choose to do 1 damage to each hero. Right? Or do I have to discard 1? Not that I care, because I have plenty.
Yeah, I think if you're not in hero form, you'd have to choose the other.
I get rid of this. I get rid of start. Does it say upgrade or super upgrade? I'll do this.
All right. So attach to your identity. When you would ready, discard this card instead. Okay. And I put a soldier in play.
Now.
So now this will trigger, and he goes away, and we put Kang 3 in.
Yep. And we get 2 of those. There's something else that you got to read.
Reveal Kang and add him to the game. Reveal each face down Kang's dominion under this stage. So he's got toughness and 40 health. Each player searches the encounter deck discard pile and set aside area for their nemesis minion and puts into play engage with them. Shuffle the encounter deck. Well, that's fun. So I've got Killmonger. You've got Whiplash. All right. Pass to me. So I can't ready, huh? Too bad I don't have like an auto ready or something. All right, do I have too many allies? Kind of. So he's got 40 health and a toughness, and he goes back to the same. We defeat him, we win the game. So it's interesting it's on there.
Right.
So if this is completed, we lose. So this has to get to 20.
Yep.
So now we just want to stay on Alter Ego until this gets to 20? I got your plan. All right, we'll draw 2 cards. Ooh, I drew 4 resources.
Can I do an action?
Sure. Do you have Nick in your discard pile?
Hang on, before I do my action. I do.
I actually have him in my hand, so
So what's better for you, to make the call or to...
I think just play him, right? Then
Yeah,
I
it
can use make
saves
the
the-
call. So now it's like, is drawing cards worth it?
Well, what would you do with the cards? Or can you remove
I
how
could
much
just get
threat?
rid of him.
Or you can just kill him. Yeah, true. I think that's the right action. And then you literally can get rid of one of these with those 3 allies thwarting,
Yeah.
right? And then you can play a Maria Hill
Oh, if I...
after you thwart with...
Yeah, this is crazy. I could have Goliath attack for 5, right?
Nope, because he can't take damage. Unless you want to have...
I could get rid of Killmonger?
Yeah, so you can get rid of Killmonger and Whiplash and thwart for a
Alright,
bunch.
so I'll attack for 5 here, and then he takes 1. He takes 2 when he attacks, so he's dead. And kill Killmonger. That's fun to say. Then I will play Maria Hill, and we each get to draw a card. Oh, I wish I could play Heimdall. Then I will flip, because I don't think I need to heal. And then 2, 4, 6 gets rid of one of these.
And 2 gets rid of it. And 2 gets another one down to 4.
And 2 gets another one down to 4. Oh yeah, we can't even deal with this toughness. Why is there another Whiplash? Did we just never discard him?
No, discard. I'm sorry.
That's fine. And then I could leave make the call to play Nick again next turn. I probably don't need endurance, right? So I'll put out my tactical genius, and now I have my whole suit, which is what you asked me to do. And then we can double block with Nick.
Yep. Might go.
Yeah, can you get rid of 4 threat?
I don't think so.
Do you have an Avenger in your hand?
Nope, I got nothing. I got nothing. All right.
Feel pretty good about this. 40 damage is a lot, but not with repulsor blasts.
I do have a strategy, Brandt. Fear not, my friend. Fear not.
Yeah, your strategy is do jack squat until the last turn. Glad I was here to play.
Yeah. before I flip, I will start tower for
This
that.
Black Panther deck is a pretty serious tableau, though, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
I mean, not that yours is anything short of a tableau. Yeah, this is a little weird how we game that. I wonder an expert if you can't do that.
3.
Just lose and get rid of 6 threat. Like, there's no penalty to this.
Carrier.
Ah, I take an encounter card. And I didn't see that we were supposed to take another encounter card. So I don't think we do. Just kind of leave that there.
I'll go aerial. My helmet will remove 1 from
This.
many. I will then remove 4 by double tapping.
You get an encounter card.
I will then.
Why'd you get another one?
I went through my deck this turn.
Yeah.
I will gauntlets him for 4 damage.
So the first is a pinging a tough. Do you have something else to do that?
Something else to ping it.
I mean, it's just 2, so it's not a big deal. Yourself, or you gotta get rid of 4,
I already
right?
got rid of 4 threat. Yeah, that's fine. I'll ping.
All right, and then,
and
2.
then 2.
So he's at 38.
And then repulsor blast.
Not even on camera.
I know, and it wasn't a good draw. I'm glad it wasn't on camera. That was terrible because I lost my 2 repulsor blasts.
Is that 5 damage?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh man.
All my damage just went in the discard pile. Oh man.
He's down to 33.
See, if I waited and didn't repulsor blast there, I would have drawn the 2 and 3 repulsor blasts next turn. We would have tried to kill him. And that's it for me.
All right. Draw back up to 5. Keeping make the call, which is really just going to be Nick again.
I have
Although
Nick in my hand. If
I
you
do have
want
Wakanda forever.
if you want to make the call for Heimdall, I have Nick in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, I do have Wakanda forever for all that damage too. So
I have 2
almost the same.
supersonics, so I could 16 damage him on my turn plus.
Or even make the call for Maria Hill, just to draw a card.
Can't believe I lost all my repulsor blasts.
All right, I was first, so he's adding 2.
Yep.
Then he's attacking me for 2, and either adds a threat or gets +2 attack. We'll give him +2 attack and block with Nick. So he's 4, 5. Nick is dead. I'll rapid response him back in. When I do,
4 damage to him, or do you want to have a majorly big turn and draw 3 cards?
majorly big turn. So I'll draw 3.
Okay.
They weren't good. But it is a Wakanda forever, so actually 2 Wakandas is going to be a pretty big turn.
Yeah, we might kill him this time.
Then he's going to deal 1 damage to me, and I'll just take it.
2 indirect damage to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he's actually pretty solid.
All right, and then he's going to attack you.
Yep.
And Nick will block.
Yeah, we like that.
I'll add 2, so it's 4 + 1 is 5, and Nick is dead. And then cards. So we're shuffling here and gain an acceleration token, but yeah. So unless these cards are destructive. Oh, you don't have your repulsor blast though, but you got supersonic punches?
2 of them in my
Okay,
hand. So
so
16 damage
Yeah,
plus
so I got to do 17.
4 is 20, so I'm going to do 20.
I
You
got to
gotta
do 13, which is a walk in the park.
22 because I could double tap him, so really you got to
Yeah.
do 11.
So it's just we can't die here. But you got 3 cards, I got 2 cards, so it's no joke. Especially a gang up or something, but I guess I just kill these.
Yep.
All right, electromagnetic backlash. Each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. For every bolt you discard, you take a damage. So
Oh,
I could
that's-
die right here.
That's clearly, well, you only take 1.
2, 3, 4, 5. I took 1.
I took 3.
No, if I took 4 damage, I would have been dead.
Oh, you, okay.
Where did I put my second card? Oh, the whip. So deal 1 damage here for each upgrade you control, or discard an upgrade. All right, goodbye. Not that.
You're not going to Golden City.
To support.
Oh.
So I think it's
Tactical
this
genius.
tactical genius. All right, your turn. Don't do each player does anything to me.
Quick strike.
Can you take it? What do you have for health?
14.
Okay.
Can I take it?
I don't know. I've got 3, so I'm sitting here like biting my nails.
Attach to Kang. When Kang attacks, the attack gains overkill. If the attack damages that hero is stunned. After this attack, discard future weapon.
Don't attack.
And then weakened. Oh yeah, I don't care about weakened. Whatever.
After you use a basic hero power, take 1 damage.
So that's me just
Pass to
tapping
you.
him twice.
So I can kill him. Oh, did I take? Yeah, I did. You flipped for that, right?
All
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
so
this is a foregone conclusion, but I'll let you do your 32 damage.
I don't know that that's possible.
Do you have the blue to trigger? Oh, yeah, you got that. You can play Nick if you want to.
Well, the problem is if I play Nick, I draw 3 cards. Oh, I could still play both supersonic punches. Okay. So I'm already aerial. I play Nick. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3.
You're drawing 3 instead of doing 4
Yeah, because
damage?
I need to be able to play the...
Oh.
Because by drawing 3, now I could
Supersonic punch twice.
supersonic punch for 8.
It's down to 25. Your deck should technically be reshuffled, but I think we're okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pepper pots and use this to supersonic punch again for another 8.
He's down to 17.
I'm going to double gauntlets for 4.
Okay, he's down to 13.
Nick's going to hit him for 2.
He's down to 11.
Iron Man's going to hit him twice.
He's down to 9.
And I take 2 damage for hitting him twice with Iron Man.
And this doesn't do anything, right?
Excuse me. I will reflect the 2 damage twice when I would take it and do it back
He's
to
down
him.
to 7.
So I don't take any of that damage. And then I'll med team you just in case.
Ooh, thanks. This doesn't apply to me, right? That's a you thing?
Yep.
All right.
So Brandt, can you do 7 damage?
I will deal 3 to kill this. Let's try to clean the board up a little bit here.
I like my board.
Then I will... I can't make the call for Nick, huh? So I will make the call for Maria Hill and draw a card.
Oh, I
wasn't supposed to ready, but that's not a big deal. And then I will... Is there anything left to clean up this guy?
Oh, look at you cleaning up.
So then I will get ready War Machine and attack here to get rid of this guy. How much damage do I actually have to do before I...
Oh, wait, can I get 1 action?
No, you're going to kill him.
No, I just get an action.
No.
You Maria Hill, I drew my
I
repulsor
know.
flag.
I got to play Wakanda Forever, and I'm going to deal 1, and then heal 1, and then deal 4, so that's 6, right?
Yeah, can I take an action
So
now?
you can have an action.
Hey, repulsor blast.
Can you deal 1?
1 just on the, and then another 9 total.
Hey, that's Kang the Conqueror dead. Yeah, so
I
that was
played it
interesting.
both ways. I'm curious, if you have the right deck, you could just ignore round 2.
Right, and just
build up.
face down, yeah. Yeah, which both of our decks definitely benefited. Like, we have enough thwart, right, with the allies and with all that, so it's not really a big deal to get 1 card. I mean, these cards are nasty, but they're not stopping you from doing things.
I mean, they could, like that turn I discarded 4 cards from my hand was brutal. And if you get the timing right where it's like you have to discard one of your hero cards to get it, you know,
right,
to
yeah,
be able
the cards
to play
that you can't
hero
play any
cards.
hero cards if somehow you got that when you couldn't flip.
Right.
I don't know how that would be.
Right.
Or
and
you
that
were
happened to me
stuck.
last time I
don't know.
played. So
I don't think you can ever be stuck where you couldn't flip. Like, and at least they don't say exhaust, because then you could be stuck where you can't exhaust.
Well, I had it where I couldn't play my hero card and I couldn't take alter ego actions. So I couldn't futurist to get the card. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you couldn't do that? Yeah, you
I couldn't
Were you
future.
stuck in a loop then, where you could do nothing?
No, I just had to wait till the end of the turn, draw my hand, then
okay.
discard a.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to thwart for 2.
Yeah, it was definitely harder the first time I played him. But the first time I played him, I played the second version of Kang. I didn't cheat out. And that, to me, I wonder if they're going to errata that and say you lose if that goes, or maybe they're not. But
well, I mean, this is standard mode too, so like it could be a lot harder. I mean, the biggest thing to me was that Kang wasn't doing overwhelming amounts of damage.
yeah, but his version 2 could. Like, my guy had 3 attack on him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I had 2, but
I just stayed on alternate ego sides.
We were drawing some cards with 3, but it wasn't crazy enough that I couldn't. Oh, I also had allies blocking.
That second round with Kang reminded me of Risky Business.
We could just sit there.
Where you're just like, let's sit there, build up, and then make a decision.
Hey,
about
you weren't
gonna
gonna let me take him down.
Nope.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Well, he had retaliated.
Biggest issue is
like
the retaliate.
If
he didn't have retaliate, I could have just kind of gone all in.
Right.
With attacking everybody.
Because you getting that retaliate was just, almost got you killed at the end if we drew the wrong card.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I needed a turn where I healed, and I just kind of.
Had I not played it before, I think I would have tried to take him down. But seeing as to what those, what are they called? Kang's Dominion. Seeing as what those
They're
do,
not too bad.
And knowing what we're capable of doing here.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. I guess in solo, you just have to get rid of 3. That's not crazy, depending on who you are.
Right.
Right.
But in 4-player, it's
you'd have to get rid of 4 at 12. You'd have to get rid of 48 threat.
Right. If all 4 of you did that,
damage,
so then that's a little.
So you got to kind of go for half. Like,
then
I'll fail and join this person's play area. You fail and join that person's play area.
And you get 2 of them.
And Kang always has the same amount of health, right?
No, he went up to 20.
No, I'm just saying it's 18. It's not per player. So that, which makes sense because you're going to put 4 of them in play.
Too, right? Yeah.
So we are intrigued by. We need to figure out that rule of if you draw one that says per player and you're in your own play area.
Right, because it makes it
triggering
very
start of the game or currently in play.
Right,
which, we knew in the original game if somebody died and you drew that card, you'd add 4 threat.
Right, but it's weird because it says all cards apply to only your realm. So that's the tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure someone will find that answer for us and then we'll know. But I like it. I will give my hats off to the designers of this game. They have found a way to continue to make both characters, heroes, and villains unique and play incredibly differently. Like this version of Kang almost is like campaign style. Like it almost felt like, we separated. We had to do this stuff, then we came back. I mean, that's really cool.
It's like, it's a story fight, right? It's a story fight is what's happening there.
But I got to tell you,
story.
We took 2 very good heroes and beat it handedly on.
I mean, it's no Miss Marvel.
Yeah, but Black Panther's good.
No,
I mean, you play them
great.
like, crap. No, I'm not going to get my no.
Oh, I love having all those high-cost allies because like at turns you're like, I want to play Heimdall, I want to play Nick, but like you're playing them. You're not
because
considering.
You have the resources. I mean, that's why I've always loved him as leadership because of the resources.
Yeah, you're not considering like, I can't.
But
play
I mean,
any
look
of them.
look at this. This is ridiculous, right?
That's crazy.
I mean, and honestly, I had a few turns where I was like, man, I wish I had an Avengers mansion or something. So. I don't know how much more difficult Expert gets.
Oh gosh.
But this is difficult. This, I think, even though we beat him, we kind of planned out an interesting cheat type strategy with not really beating his version 2. But we played 2 of the better heroes. And I mean, let's be honest, we went into that last round. We did over 40 damage in that last round.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I guess.
I think, we would have done the same thing if that was Ultron. So I think he's up there with Ultron and Mutagen Formula.
He's the same, except he would have dealt 3 damage to us in a turn. So it's a little more damage. It's 3 versus 2. That's not a big deal.
At what
and
level?
then
At
15
1?
health. So we would have to do 6 more damage, but that wasn't a major issue.
No, but what else? Oh, you had the expert cards in.
We had the expert cards in, which is 3 cards, right?
Right, but then what's his level 2
And then
experts?
here he's got 22 hit points, so it's a little bit more, and then he's basically +1 on everything. So again, you could just let him scheme and it would be faster.
But the difference, it would scheme faster, so
you
therefore...
couldn't sit. I mean, especially when you drew the 0.
I drew this. I mean, if I didn't draw the 0, I don't know that I would have had the same situation.
And honestly, you might, like once you drew the armor, you might have been able to flip, thwart.
Right. And
take a damage, then flip back, heal,
right.
and then just keep going once you thwart him down. So.
But again, this is somewhat unique to Iron Man. I don't know that it makes sense to stay on your alternate ego side for anybody else. Iron Man It was allowing me to build my suit and futurist and go through my deck. And I mean, I literally got to the point where my deck had like 20 cards in it. And 3 of them were repulsor blasts and 2 of them were supersonic punches. So 5 of 20 cards were major damage cards.
So then he's 3-3 on this side, which he was 2-2. So again, they're just giving him +$1 stats, but that can be significant. I mean, 3-3 is no joke, like, to try to deal with. And then 50 health with 2 players, so it's 25. So again, that gets closer to Ultron. That's the highest, I think, right?
Yep.
Getting closer to Ultron, so there's that. So that's the thing I wonder, like, Ultron has the most health of any villain in the game, so, like, what is Thanos? The only thing I can assume is that Thanos is a whole...
What's Magneto?
Right. I assume Thanos is a whole, like... fight like this unto itself, right? It's got to be, or it's going to be phases of like getting stones.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder.
And then, like, is it not that you fight Thanos 3 times, right? You fight him, fight him on another planet, and then fight him in like.
Right, but that's what would be interesting. The way they did Kang here, depending on how you followed the whole Thanos storyline, you could fight present-day Thanos, past Thanos, future Thanos.
That's right. Yeah.
Right after like they could have different. Their options with Thanos are amazing. I mean, what they can do with him. Now, again, it depends on what the designers decide, but, you know, you could have side missions to try to deal with Infinity Stones. When you get to the 3rd version of Thanos, based on how many Infinity Stones he's collected, right? I could almost see, imagine this. Side scheme comes out. It's the Mind Gem. It's got 9 thread on it. You have 2 turns to get rid of it. If it doesn't get rid of it, goes to Thanos as a gem for him for the final round or something, right? Like there's got to be some mechanism for him gaining gems or us gaining gems. And that, you know, and then, you know, yeah, it'd be interesting.
It's cool to think about it all, but it's like, man, like those are the kind of things
you never know what they'll think of. Think of all the cool things you thought of for Hulk. Like, oh, he won't be stunned. Oh, he'll do this. Oh, and Hulk's cool. Don't get me wrong. They did some interesting stuff with him, but, you know.
I know there's part of me that wishes they would let me design Rocket because I love that spare parts thing. I think that's so cool, right? He'd have a little deck of like 6 cards, and he can construct whatever he needs based on. And you had a good idea, like just in his kit, his 15 cards or 9 of his 15 cards have either their spare parts themselves or their specific types of spare parts with little extra symbols for him. Yeah. Anyway, he'll still be cool. He's got the whole like overkill thing. But we should talk about Kang. So, yeah, this was pretty fun. We seemed to do okay. Like, I don't know. My health got low there. I could have died, but you still would have won.
I just think
plenty of damage to do, but maybe it's just too very strong. Again, standard mode is meant to be beat with standard decks.
Right. And
so when we built pretty strong decks, like I wasn't sure, but gosh, there's some things I haven't played in a while.
Right.
Like,
and look, I built
Spider-Man forever.
In my opinion, I built a subpar Iron Man protection deck. Because it's
you just played Iron Man, though. You only played Med Team and Energy Barrier.
Well, no, I had some of the armors out earlier.
Okay, yeah.
And then
for drawing cards.
Right, but I didn't. Again, Iron Man was perfect for this phase 2 of him to allow me to just sit back.
Right.
Like if you think about it, I literally my first turn repulsor blast twice, only drew 2 cards, but got him low enough that I could flip down. He didn't flip the scheme. You ended the scheme to get to phase 2, and then I said, well, I could just stay on Tony Stark and build.
Yeah.
I mean, that's somewhat unique to Iron Man. I don't know that you do that with Captain America or anybody else. Like, I think you're going to have to fight out that other round. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think to find his level of difficulty, like not to down standard mode, but like we're just at the point where expert is where it's at. So we need to play that, which needs to be next Thursday.
Yeah, and I still think this is on. For a standard game, this was still on the difficult side compared to other standard heroes. I'd put him above Claw, maybe under Ultron. Like he's in that range.
Yeah, I guess I haven't played like standard Claw in a long time. I'd have to see what difficulty that is. Yeah. Yeah, so I would put that. Yeah, it's hard to know, right? And how does solo work? I guess you just go to your own play area. Like it feels like this is a nice one to play with more players.
Yeah, I don't know that solo changes much.
You just go through 3 phases, right? And you can lose one.
And in solo, I feel like
threat.
Even this is even more critical. The one trick with solo, I think that'll be hard, is that first stage at 7.
That's true.
Because that's where you can lose. So that's the Rhino.
But does he have 12 health?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expert would be 15.
So I mean,
It's doable.
most heroes could do 12 damage in 2
But again,
turns.
if he draws a
advance,
advance,
yeah, he does start.
and
at
there's
0.
2 of them, it's possible.
It's weird how much we got used to like schemes starting with threat on them when the original ones didn't, and then they added it in.
Right.
But like 7 and starting with any would be brutal, you know. So in terms of all that.
That was fun.
So next
And
week we need to do expert this. We had talked about not necessarily moving on from Marvel Champions because we want to play all the new stuff as it comes out, but not. So
Right.
but I think we'll start next week streaming expert Kang. Then we've talked about
Flesh and Blood,
God
and
tier, Verse would actually be a
Verse,
fun transition. Like it's still Marvel, but it might be a fun transition to do.
Right.
Either put Flesh and Blood in the middle or go like Marvel Champions, Marvel Verse, and then Flesh and Blood. Because we got a little longer stream we could do next week.
Yeah, and you remember, well, when are we streaming next week, though?
Thursday.
I thought you couldn't do Thursday.
No, I can do Thursday.
Isn't that your open house day?
No.
I thought I said I was taking the day off Thursday.
We'll talk about this off stream.
Okay. Oh, but I just wanted to say, being we're talking about Marvel for next Thursday, we'll see. Interestingly enough, I played Marvel, the co-op. United with Silas and the crew. They loved it. Like, it was so good. It's still simple, but it's so good. Like, it's just streamlined, nice. And we showed that on the stream. That was fun.
To me, it was simple, but it was nice in that it was challenging.
Right, but 4 players was a little more challenging, but
no.
still
Right, I'm just saying there was
simple.
good challenge with it being simple. Like, oh no, this is getting out of control, but we can try to do something. But he pushes back, like it's just kind of.
I'm just curious as more villain,
piece.
you know, with the
Oh
expansions,
yeah, there's so much
you
stuff
know.
in there, so.
But anyway, this was fun.
Cool.
Thanks all for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're watching back afterward, comment, let us know.
I'm curious as you guys play this, if you try it both ways, if you do what we did and let that phase 2 kind of blow up and see if you can handle the scheme with Kang's Dominion, or if you just beat him on phase 2 and then go to phase 3 without the negative. I'm curious to see if there's a theory on which one is more viable or more consistent.
Yeah, and it might depend on heroes too, what heroes can do, you know, when they're flipped down, or I mean, if you draw something nasty here.
I mean, with Hulk, you wouldn't want to do it because you can't scheme, right? You can't thwart with Hulk easily.
Well, you got to get suborbital leap.
Yeah, but
So you'd have
but
to
if you
draw
had
the
2
right
of those come
card.
out, right? Like,
Not on yourself, not in solo.
right, but even in a 2-player game,
Oh, and then you got
I'm
2
saying
of those,
you don't
and
want
Hulk has to not help you deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Right.
So Hulk's going to want to try to smash through Kang level 2, I think.
Which he probably could, yeah. If you put him out with 18 health and he hits him with 2 cards, right? He's done. So. All right, that's that. There's no stream on Thursday. It's actually Larry's birthday. So we won't be streaming, so we'll be back.
But that's not why we're not streaming. I have a volleyball match.
But we'll be back a week from Thursday, or so we're going to argue.
Sometime next week. Maybe twice next week.
It's gonna be a week from Thursday. We'll be back, and we're going to play Expert, Kang, as well as some other 2-player card games. So we'll check those out. But until then, I'm the Brandt.
I'm Larry.
And we hope you step
Into the portal.
Bye, everybody.
That was fun. I am exhausted, though.